Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mass Effect.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Oh no. So as previously stated, the next few missions are going to be kind of vary in length. The next few videos, that's it, missions. The next few videos are going to kind of vary in length. I'm going to at least take care of one companion quest for each video. So this video is going to be Jacob, because I know his is going to be about 15 minutes. So okay. First things first, though, go talk to Garrus. Also, have I taken... Oh, yeah, I need to talk to Thane. So we'll talk to Thane first, and then we'll go talk to Garrus, because I like talking to Garrus better.
Do you need something?
Nope.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
I think I actually have to, do the talking thing with him.
I haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Sidonis. Whatever happens with the Collectors or the Reapers or whoever else comes after us, I know you'll get the job done.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course. It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. Your people don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about trekking Saren to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting I do actually have to talk to them. I keep forgetting this is not like one where you just walk up and I think 3 does it too. After you completed their companion quest.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Didn't I get that one already? I know I did that one already, but I was trying to get him to talk about it, but whatever. So I need to... Oh, yeah. Science lab. Purchase things, collect things, then off to do things, with things, for things, because of things. Things. That's right, you read that correctly. Sniper headshot damage. Med probes, but I'm more interested in the Thenix cannon. Thenix. Final word in cannons. Okay, that's it. So, I need to take care of Jacob's mission.
No messages for you, Commander. How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
So, this one, because that's the 2 missions, I'm gonna save that one for later. Obviously, I'm not doing this right now. The Samara one I'll do next. But I know how long I remember how long Samara's is, but it's kind of boring. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see where we sit on the Jacob front, and because Samara's mission is
Only half
all
our
talk.
fuel remains.
This at least has some action in it, and you guys deserve some gunshots. So, if we are well within the time frame,
I have detected an anomaly.
General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW461.
Probe away. I have found something.
that is a really good question. Who do I take? Oh, and this is the only one that has Garrus in like a full suit. I don't know why this one is damaged too, but it is. Actually, I think we will take Garrus. Yeah, I really wish you would stop popping that screen up. I can't do anything. But yeah, Samara's mission is one of those ones I'm gonna have to tether with something else because it's really short, and I mean I think it's like 10 minutes, and it's all talking. Everybody
I
else
have
is.
run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Yeah, there's no
There it is, and mostly intact.
action.
It could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
I usually go through the ship first. I know that V, I think, is standing outside, but...
She always said no. She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
PVA. Sure. Yeah, because I think this is about a 20-minute mission.
You can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Also, I'm not going to get into it just yet.
Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash.
Following the Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 700.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Who is in command of this ship?
Captain Harris. The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
Pause in beacon protocol is recorded
Local
as
food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
It must have after so long.
Ooh, salvage parts. Honestly, I did not know those were here. Yeah, sorry about the repeats. That was not intentional.
You came? From the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Who are you? What was your rank on the Gernsback?
I can't think. The leader thinks for us and we serve. So we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue...
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape! Hostile!
Good save, dude. You take me off the wall, but I had to fight him. I am clearly well more armored than you.
This should punch.
Lost shield.
Mind you, these guys are actually a legit threat, so you know, don't just like.
There we go. Stay there.
Damn it, Garrus.
Got him!
They didn't have neural decay. They were insane.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Yeah, isn't it pretty much obvious that there is no one that can make sense of this? I mean, okay. So, knowing what's coming, I agree with the...
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out.
First,
Those hunters
like,
must be laying on the pressure.
month, maybe.
Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
But everything that came after...
Huh. They're from the same group as the ones that attacked us, but these are docile.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
Possibly, but the female on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell?
Talking to them does nothing.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
It's the PDA.
Subdue and suppress. Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden. Unit member offline. Disengaging friend or foe demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden. System failing. Backup systems engaged.
His mechs shoot without question. Not exactly a long-term discipline solution.
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle, or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Okay, so I understand the beacon repair was taking too long, right? Gather that much. Everything else after that point, yeah, dude, you're just douche.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
So why call for help now?
The surviving males are changing. Everything he did is coming back to bite him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
Yeah. So naturally, this is one of those ones that if you mess it up, you get a retry. Wait a minute. Read that one. I remember seeing it. Also, you notice there's no little timer in the window. You can almost literally take as long as you want. Except for on that part.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free, he's covering his ass.
The old corpse was posed like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Combat systems engaged.
Charge him up!
Targeting. Excuse me. Requesting failure. System failing.
Come on over! He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame his victims.
I also like the fact that the more like stuff you go through in the dialogue stream, the more it changes the more it changes the later dialogue. Like if you don't do anything in the dialogue stream, you just like basic.
There we go. That one hit.
Have a nice trip.
They don't know anything until you say something about it. You know? Step 1.
Activating.
Step 2.
System failing.
Creepy robot. Heavy pistol damage, yay! Although I didn't use my heavy pistol.
Rerouting power.
Because I'm out of ammo. Which is almost impossible to run out of in this game.
System failing.
Makes me wonder why they added ammo to the game in the first place.
Backup system engaged.
Oh yeah, that's...
Critical
I keep
system
hitting the
damage.
wrong button.
Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Impact imminent.
Ah!
Rerouting power forces have engaged. Hostile forces have engaged.
Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Systems failure.
They keep them busy, distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Wait for it.
Retargeting.
No, just let the
Concussive shot ready.
Critical system damage. Critical system damage. System failing. Rerouting power.
Now, I am actually getting fairly close to my time limit, which is nice.
Excuse me. Collision proximity warning.
There we go.
Take up
I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
There's the music.
Get over here.
Straight for him.
Where are you, boy? No. Alright. Get down first.
Yes! Concussive shot ready.
Take them! Kill them!
Look out!
Casualty.
There you go. Yeah, Garrus, you might not want to stand there.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say there's nothing he can say. Can I just shoot him?
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you are acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
I can't point to where it all went wrong. I can point to where it all went wrong. Literally the exact... Oh, God.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
There's no way I'm letting this slide, Taylor. The price will be paid.
How much? What kind of math can balance these lives? His life isn't worth pulling the damn trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Yay!
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did. Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard. Thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
I mean, let's be honest. Jacob's not a bad guy. He's just... he's not a bad guy, so... Anyway, that's it. I'm done for the day, and so that I'm gonna say... Sayonara.